We're gonna do this. So I have an estimate I need to turn in. I have two estimates I need to turn in. And this video is for a friend. I'm gonna show you guys how I estimate. I've watched so many estimation videos. A lot of them don't seem like they're really real world, or maybe I'm stupid, but I'm just gonna show you guys how I've been doing it, for how I've developed after about 15 years. So we have a job that I went to. It's a split entry. Many of you guys know what split entries are. We go upstairs. There's a about 15-foot hallway. There's 2 bedrooms on the left, a guest bathroom, and a master kind of suite with its own bathroom off it on the right. So I'm a painting contractor. The job is go upstairs, remove popcorn ceilings, install new skip trowel type stuff that they had in the entryway. We don't do that. We're going to sub that out. Prime the ceiling, paint the ceiling flat, paint the walls eggshell, one color throughout, accent wall in each room. Boom. So a lot of people say, hey, how do you estimate? Well, how long is it going to take? It's really simple. Is it going to take you, it's more than 3 days, less than 6 days? Now we're in there. So how do you move a mountain? Is it possible to move a mountain? Yes, it is. You do it, I love this. It's 1 shovel load at a time, 1 scoop at a time. Oh, so we're gonna take this job and we're gonna break it down into the categories. And we're just gonna say, is this gonna take 2 guys a whole day to get done, or what? So, remove popcorn, test for asbestos, check. How long is, I'm just gonna imagine, I think we're gonna end up sending 2 guys to this job. So, how it's gonna take them a day to remove the popcorn. That's 16 hours. See, we're gonna add up hours somewhere, I guess. Here, maybe I should have left some room. So 16 to remove popcorn. I have 3 drywall guys. I called them. I sent them the little 60-second video that you guys probably saw. One of them said 120 an hour. Tell me when it's ready. Probably 5 hours. So 5, 6, so 600. So he very well could come at me and say it's probably 800. So I'm gonna pretend like he said 800, and I'm gonna charge the customer an extra 30%. So I just, honestly, whatever, I'm really scared I'm gonna get screwed on the ceiling. We're gonna get into it, something's going on, it's a risk. So I'm just gonna say that we'll do the ceiling texture for 1200. Sounds like a good number. That way, when things, who knows? Remove popcorn. Oh, so we're gonna do, this is my new wall. We just painted, this is primer. It's gonna be black here soon, so I don't wanna put holes in it. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. So let's see, move to the side. 16 hours, how much in materials? Not much, we're gonna, whatever. So, texture, 1200. Now it's textured. We need to prime the texture. So 2 guys are gonna show up. It's a mess in there. They gotta get it primed. So they're gonna prime the ceilings. I guess we're in there working. They need more than that to do on day 1. So I got stuck on 8 hours for prime, and then I was thinking 16, and I can't decide which one. So instead of getting stuck on it, I'm gonna go right in the middle. I'm gonna say 12 hours. Then we gotta do materials. I don't know, it's gonna be more than 5 gallons. I'm gonna say 10 gallons primer. 10 gallons. It's probably gonna be more. No, 2 per room in the hallway, 2, 4, 6. No. So now we're coming in the next day. I feel like that should almost just say 16. I might change it. Anyways, we're coming in the next day and we're gonna paint the ceilings flat white. So ceilings, paint, 16 hours. We're gonna give the guys a whole day to do all the ceilings twice. And then we're gonna do 10 gallons of paint. Always just order the paint by the 10, do the rounding by the hours as much as possible. I pretty much do days or half days. Now we're gonna come in and we're gonna paint the walls in a room. I bet you a guy could paint 2 rooms in 1 day. So both of those guys are gonna paint, they're gonna paint all the walls in 1 day. Walls, 2 gallons a room, paint. 16 hours, 2 gallons a room, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, it's another 10 gallons. Oh, they wanted some trim touch-up. I recommend 1 day's worth of trim touch-up. That's one guy spending a whole day, 8 hours going in there, touching it up. Maybe paint some whole frames. Their trim looked like it was in great shape. There's no reason to spend so much money. So now I'm gonna double check. I feel like I'm missing something. So I'm gonna picture the whole job as I go through it. Day one, the guys show up, pull out the plastic, remove the popcorn. We need a couple $100 in plastic here. I'm not gonna think about it forever. That Visqueen's kind of expensive. I'm just gonna say it's 200 bucks. Dude, I bet you they spend more than that. So we got the popcorn removed, drywallers come in, they have a nightmare, maybe it goes good, we pay them, then we come in. Now we prime the ceilings, and we probably start cutting in the walls on that day because the ceilings are all wet, and then we're gonna paint the ceilings, then we're gonna paint the walls, then we're gonna add a whole extra day because something's gonna go wrong. That would be if everything went completely perfect. So at some point, let's see, I think I'm gonna add a whole days on here because nothing ever ends up on time. So I'm gonna do that later. Anyways, I'm gonna add this up. So we're gonna add up the hours. We got 32, 44, 54, 60, 68 hours. So 68 hours to paint that whole upstairs. Oh, accent walls. See? I was already gonna add an extra 16 hours. Accent walls. Someone's gonna get that done in a whole day, but I'm gonna say 8 hours. And then I'm gonna say plus 8 extra for when, so we gotta add, let's see, 70 to 82. So 82 hours seems a lot more reasonable to remove a popcorn ceiling. Oh, plus, so now we're gonna add up materials, and then we're gonna add up the subcontracting fee. Materials, primer. I need to go look up my prices for this year. But I always add $10 a gallon onto my paint to cover plastic and paper and all that. So let's just say paint is at, well, I'm gonna pause the camera right now and I'm actually gonna go look up my prices is what I'm gonna do. We have looked up the prices. The paint I'm gonna use is like $30 a gallon. No, the primer's like 30 and the paint is 40. That's with a $10 a gallon markup. So if we're doing 10 times 30s, so we got 300 in primer. We already had the 200 in plastic for the removal. 10 times 40, we got 400 here. And let's see the trim, we're gonna need a gallon of some $80 gallon stuff. I'm gonna charge 100. So I mark up $10 a gallon, but if we're buying 1 gallon and I only have $10 to cover materials all day, we're doing trim, that's not enough. So I added 20 bucks. I should add more, no, I don't know. I'm not gonna get stuck on that. I'm gonna keep moving. Accent walls. So we're gonna need, we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 accent walls. We're gonna need 3 gallons. So I'm just gonna say 120. Let's see, 3 gallons, 120. Let's add this up. 1520. Now we have, so as kind of a summary here, we have these two numbers. We have 1520 and we have 82 hours. Now, this is by no means at the end. Sometimes people end here. There's things that I forgot. I know it. I have a gut feeling. I know it. So I'm gonna look over the paperwork one more time. I can tell you one of the things is that we needed to cut in their bathroom for them again. So we got bathroom cut in, that's not much, right? I'm gonna run through this one more time and I'm gonna find something that I've been missing that's gonna cause me to lose money. Watch, I'm scarred from, this is a whole check to make sure I don't forget and screw myself. Removing the popcorn, paying the texture guy. We're coming in and we're priming and we're rolling 10 times, 10, 30 times. Okay. I'm not finding anything, but it doesn't mean it's not there. There's something I forgot that's haunting me. Anyways, it'll come up eventually after I put the price in, is what's gonna happen. This is the bare minimum that we can do work for. Where I am, if we're paying guys the most, we're paying guys over 30, every decision we make, every job can be broken into about 40 decisions. Every decision we make is a decision that takes longer than the other. What should we do here? We don't have the right tool. Should we use the wrong one or just go get the right one? The right one's gonna do, we can't do it till tomorrow. We're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow to do it right. Every decision that we make takes longer. Our guys cost more. If they cost 30, it used to be that we would just double the number and that should cover overhead and taxes and labor and industries and all the things. So if you're paying them 30, you charge, or 60 is your break-even number. I haven't done overhead in a couple years. I think it's higher than that. I don't think we're making money unless we're making $100 an hour nowadays. Every time the mail comes, another government agency is upping all of their prices, and it just keeps stacking until now we're in some sort of a rat race where if you skip one beat, you're out of business. You got to run around psycho from the time you get out of bed and your systems better be tuned in, because if you don't have systems you're operating, you're just toast. So in order to operate in this landscape, you got to have systems that are tuned in, and you're just pulling all the levers all day long. So 82 hours, see, $60. So I use the voice calculator on my phone all the time. What's 82 times 60? 4,920. What's 82 times 85? 6,970. 85, I like to charge, 85 is like a minimum, so that we can try to make $20 an hour on a person. And if something goes wrong, then we make nothing. And if something goes really wrong, then we start paying to do the job. So 69, see, 82 times 85 plus 6,700 plus 1,520. 8,220. So now we got to add the sub price in. 8,220 plus 1,200. 9,420. I just decided that I'm going to call the guy right now, and I'm going to tell him that I will do his upstairs problem for 10 grand. That gives me 600 extra bucks to work with. I'm going to quit thinking about it if he doesn't want to do it. So we're just going to call him right now, and I'm going to tell him that if he wants me to take on his problem and solve it for him in a quality fashion, that he's going to have to give me 10 grand. I actually feel like it should be 12 now. Now remembering that it's spring and I'm like $60,000 in debt and basically out of business, and I haven't been charging enough, and I need to charge more, or else I just need to quit working. And that's what makes me believe that the overhead's a lot more than we think it is, with all the hidden taxes, all the fuel and everything. I think if you're paying someone 30, you need to charge triple to break even nowadays. That's why we're on the rat race. If you guys even mess up, it's crazy. So I can't decide between 10 and 12. I'm gonna find this guy's phone number while I figure it out. Guess we'll see. Acuity. Hey there, this is Derek with Preble Painting.
I'm sorry, who was this?
Oh, this is Derek with Preble Painting.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so I just got done doing your math. I got it fresh in my head, and I would do the upstairs, everything included, except for tax, for $11,000.
Oh gosh, that's way out of our price range. I appreciate you doing that. And
You're welcome.
Getting back to me, so thank you much, guy.
Yep, you're welcome, bye. Don't have to type up that estimate.